Hi YouTube, Nurse Can here. I am coming to you from my 8-week post-op VSG surgery. Please excuse the way I look. I have no makeup on. I've got my hair pulled back. It's growing out and I can't do anything with it. I am waiting till the first of the year to actually have it all cut off. I cannot wait. I guess I'm getting at that age where I don't want to do anything with it. Maybe it's because I'm lazy. I don't know. So I thought I would do something different this week, and since last week I talked about food. I wrote down how much I've lost each week since I started this journey, which really I've paid attention to I knew I was going down, and I would watch, the number on the scale every week, so I knew it was going down. But I really didn't look and measure out how much I was losing per week, so I think it's pretty interesting, and I will share with everyone that. I will say that I started this journey at the beginning of 2013. I was 268.3 pounds. I won the Biggest Loser, actually, at the hospital that I work at. I think I got down to 238 pounds from maybe January to March. We had a brief 2 to 3 month weight loss challenge. And of course, I gained all of it but 10 pounds back, which is normal for me. I kind of do this every year. But I always end up bigger in the long run. It's almost like I end up 10 to 20 pounds bigger every year after I have that rebound gain by the end of the year. And to start the next year, I would, the way I've been trending, 268.3 was what I was at the beginning of this year. Had I, done what I've always done, I would probably be 278 to 288 by January of 2014. It's just kind of how I've always trended as an adult. That yo-yo diet, up, down, and, which is essentially what led to such a drastic surgery, which I in no means regret. I am telling more people, and I will choose who I will tell when that time is right. I haven't publicly announced it to everyone, but, many family members know and some friends know. So I started this year at 268.3. I had lost the weight down to 238, gained back up to 258.3 when I started this journey. I started my pre-op diet on 10/7, and I only had to do a 2-week pre-op diet. A lot of people are wondering how I got away with that. I was private pay. I had to pay cash for my surgery because my insurance didn't cover it. Fortunately, I had money in a CD that I used, and I don't regret using a large sum of money because it really has saved my life. And when I say it saved my life, just an example of that, it has saved me emotionally. I no longer loathe myself. I can look in the mirror and I'm okay with what I see. I have not taken a blood pressure pill, an antidepressant, or a cholesterol pill since the day of my surgery. And I was on the 3 of those along with about 10 other different pain pills and muscle relaxers, which I have not taken any of those either. Of course, I've taken some pain pills a couple times since the surgery, but I don't take it every day like I used to. I don't have the aches and pains in my knees and my ankles and my back like I used to. So I feel like so far is saving my life. So I started my pre-op diet on 10/7 at 258.3 pounds. In 2 weeks on a low-carb diet, I lost down to 247 pounds for the day of surgery. So that's 11.3 pounds I lost on a 2-week pre-op diet. I had my Sorry, light went out. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy on 10/21/2013 at 247 pounds. The first week after surgery, I lost 4.3 pounds, so 242.7. At that point, you can imagine a lot of people have lost 10 to 15 pounds their first week. So I was discouraged from the get-go. I let it bother me a little bit, but I still went on about my business. On 11/4, for my second week, I was down to 237.8. That was a 4.9 weight loss for week 2. So I'm at 9.2 pounds after 2 weeks of surgery. Still not happy about that. On 11/11, I was 233.5, so I lost 4.3 pounds in my third week. Even though I haven't lost that lump sum like I wanted, it's been consistent, so I'm okay with that. I ended up, well, I put the scale up for a couple weeks, and I'll tell you why when I get to it. On 11/18, 233, I lost a half a pound from week 3 to week 4. I figured that was the dreaded 3-week stall that everybody talks about. I didn't like it, but I didn't let myself worry about it. I had quit weighing myself every day and had my girlfriend hide my scale because I was seriously obsessing over it. But it was a half a pound lost. I took it as the stall, and I was okay with that. On my 5th week, 11/25/2013, I was 232.4. So I lost 0.6 on my 5th week. I was not happy then either, but I still thought maybe I was in that stall, but yet I wasn't stalled, so I didn't panic over it. I knew I was losing some weight because I could tell by the way I felt. I could tell how my clothes were feeling, and people were starting to notice at this point. So something was changing. On 12/2, I was 224.8. I lost 7.6 pounds in my 6th week. And, you know, I really think that the 2 weeks prior to that, my period was in there somewhere. So I know that had something to do with the weight gain, because I have always gained weight around my period. But 7.6 pounds in a week on week 6 is awesome for me, because that's one, I had never lost that much in 1 week. 4.9 in week 2 was the most I had lost in a week's time. And granted, I still was not working out at this point either. I think things were just catching up. What I did do was I went to my surgeon for my 6-week follow-up. Or I had been there for my 4-week post-op, I think. And they told me I wasn't eating enough. I was only getting in up to 575 calories a day. I had been sick with a stomach virus, and some days was just as low as 250 calories. My body was not letting go of it. When I increased my intake to about 800 to 1,000 calories a day, bam, that's when I lost that 7.6 pounds in week 6. On 12/9, I was 220.8. I lost 4 pounds after my 7.6 pound week, and that 4 pounds was in my 7th week. And then this past week, on 12/16, for my 8th week post-op VSG, I was 217.8 pounds. I lost 3 pounds from week 7 to week 8. So I am back to a consistent drop. I think, that total for me, I know from the beginning of the year, I have lost almost right at 51 pounds. So 50.5 pounds is kind of where I'm at from my highest at the beginning of the year, which would be 41 pounds since I started my journey at the beginning of my pre-op diet. I'm very pleased with this. I have a lot of people noticing my weight loss, and a lot of people commenting about how good I look. I do feel so much better. I started tanning yesterday, and I'm sure there'll be people that say, oh, don't do that because of the cancer risk. Ah, sorry, stupid computer. Um, I understand people's concerns about skin cancer. I have always been a tanner. I am not afraid of it. I have seasonal depression, and some of my doctors in the past have even recommended I get in a tanning bed because my seasonal depression gets so bad. Um, I guess from the light. And I work night shift in the ER, so I don't see any daylight, no sun. I go into work, it's dark. I get off work, it's dark. And really and truly, I've been doing some day shift, and when I go to work at 6:45 in the morning, it is dark, and when I get off work at 7 p.m., it is dark. So either way, I don't get the sunlight that I need. And the tanning bed makes me feel better. I think people who abuse tanning beds, there are people who go 7 days a week. They lay longer than their extended periods, especially those that own their own tanning beds in their home, can push it to a limit. I have seen people and known people in my life that literally look like leather bags. Um, it can be very dangerous. Again, I feel like it's an in moderation thing. You can lay out in the sun for hours at a time, all summer long, and that can cause equal, skin cancer. This is my choice, and I love to tan, and I support those who want to tan. If I felt like they were abusing it, then I might say, hey, you might want to back off of it. Usually what I do is I will get a base tan, usually in the winter, like I just started right now, and I might go for 2 to 3 months, get my base tan, and then we usually go to the beach in April, maybe April, end of April. So I have a base tan, and then I don't have to tan in the tan bed all throughout the summer because I am getting sun. So I would honestly say that I probably tan 3, maybe 4 months out of the year. I don't feel that's excessive, and I think that's okay. Again, it's a moderation thing, just like the food that we eat, the things that we take in. It will always be about moderation. So, folks, I am done with my little update. I hope when I see you again that I will be a little bit lighter and a little bit darker next week. I did want to put in there that I have not started working out yet. I know most people are cleared at 6 to 8 weeks to start working out, and they should have actually been walking, or I should have been walking a couple weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks after surgery. I have done more chores around the house. It's Christmas time. I've done a lot of shopping. I've been on the go. There are days when I feel really weak. Some days so fatigued I feel like maybe I do have some type of deficiency. I will be the first to admit I do not take my vitamins the way that I'm supposed to. Shame on me. And the only person I'm hurting by not taking it is me. And, I'm responsible for my actions. So if I feel like crap, it's probably because I'm not taking what I'm supposed to take. So I'll start exercising. Still don't get in 64 ounces of fluid a day. I need to pay more attention to that. I feel like I'm doing okay with my protein, but I've noticed that I can pretty much eat anything. It's just a little of stuff that I can eat. I do notice that carbs, bread products, high in sugar, things that are high in sugar, make me feel really sick on my stomach. And I'm just going to have to really look at what I'm logging in and try to focus on getting that 64 ounces a day. Try to focus on that protein first and backing off those carbs, or I'm scared it's going to backfire. Now, right now, I'm not so worried about it because I'm losing weight, and I don't want to deplete myself of a bunch of carbs as long as that weight's coming off. Now, granted, that 7.6 pounds that I lost was wonderful in that week, but if I lost weight like that every week, I think my skin would be in worse condition. I just think that would be too fast, and it would be too easy for me to regain. You know, in a slower pace, I feel a little bit better because I feel like that it's a better chance of me maintaining my weight loss in the long run. So if I also, another plan I have is if that weight loss, when it does slow down, then that gives me a chance to change up my routine by dropping those carbs that I need to drop. And also I've kind of, you know, get some kind of workout plan involved. And I will. Um, you know, Christmas is a busy time, and I have to make time instead of making excuses, which is what I'm doing right now. So I hope everybody has a great week. I hope everybody loses the weight that they want to lose. Any new subscribers, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it. I love watching other people's videos. You get a lot of ideas that way. And each time I will try to come back with something different to learn. So I hope everybody has a great week, and get your shopping done, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.